Hey, coffee. Hey, I said coffee. Hey, make some coffee.
Huh? Me?
Who else is here besides you?
I'm cleaning right now, so can you make it yourself?
What? Doing the housework is a wife's job. Why do I have to do it?
Making coffee isn't housework. And who decided that housework is the wife's job?
It's been that way forever.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm Yuko. I'm 45 years old and work at a company. And this self-centered guy, this is my husband, Takeshi. We met online a year ago and got married 6 months ago. But honestly, I already regret marrying him. For example, one day... Hey, Takeshi, what's for dinner? Wait, what are you eating?
What? It's pudding?
That's my pudding, isn't it?
If it's in the fridge, it's fair game, right?
No, it's not. My stuff's in there too.
Jeez, you are so stingy over a pudding.
That pudding was from a famous shop that my friend had bought for me. I was saving it for dessert after dinner.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Takeshi was spoiled growing up, so he thinks it's okay to eat or use other people's things without asking. And the worst part is... Takeshi! Why did you eat this? I even wrote, "Don't eat on it!"
I don't read stuff like that. If it's so important to you, you shouldn't have put it in the fridge in the first place.
He even ate the gift I was supposed to give to a client. That was the last straw for me. Listen, this is for a customer tomorrow.
Yeah? But you should have hidden it better. It's your fault for leaving it where I could see it.
Where else could I put refrigerated stuff besides the fridge?
How about putting a fridge in your room?
You're telling me to buy a fridge just for that?
If you don't, I'll probably eat your stuff again.
If our relationship with the client gets messed up because of that missing gift, it'll be your fault, you know.
What? Like that would happen over some sweets?
I told you it was an important gift. My boss might even yell at me. I could get fired because of this.
Fired?
Yeah, and if I lose my job, you'd be in trouble too, wouldn't you?
Ah.
Of course, losing the client over something like this was unlikely, but I exaggerated to teach Takeshi a lesson. What are you going to do? We need the gift tomorrow morning, and now we don't have one.
Well, why don't you go buy one?
Me? You're the one who ate it.
Fine, I'll go. Happy now?
After I scared him into thinking I was going to lose my job, Takeshi seemed to reflect on his actions. From then on, he stopped eating my things without asking, and peace returned. Or so I thought. Wait, Takeshi? Is that my shirt?
Yeah, just borrowing it.
Why are you wearing my shirt without asking?
I don't know. I thought it might fit, and it does.
No, it really doesn't. Take it off now. Oh, I really like this one.
Well, it can't fit you now, haha. I'll have it instead.
Takeshi stopped eating my food, but now he started helping himself to my personal belongings instead. And it wasn't just the t-shirt incident.
I'm heading out.
Okay, have a good... Wait, is that my wallet?
Yeah, just borrowing it for a bit.
Takeshi actually asked if he could borrow the wallet I use every day. Seriously? That's my everyday wallet.
I'm borrowing everything, including what's inside.
Where's your wallet?
I already spent my allowance.
I just gave it to you last week. How did you burn through it so fast?
What do you mean fast? You give me such a small allowance, of course it'll be gone fast.
Small? I'm giving you almost all of your paycheck as an allowance. The truth is, Takeshi works part-time at a factory, so his salary isn't that high. I keep just enough for the bills and give him the rest as spending money. I pay for almost everything: rent, utilities, groceries. And now, despite knowing this, he has the nerve to ask for a bigger allowance.
But you are not giving me all of it.
I'm covering 90% of our living expenses, you know.
So what?
So, in a two-income household, it's normal to split the bills. But I'm only getting the bare minimum from you.
Why are you acting all high and mighty? Back when I lived at home, my mom didn't charge me a dime.
That's because she's your mother.
You are my wife, right? So, in the family, you're just like my mom. That means you shouldn't take money from me. From now on, I'm keeping all of my paycheck for myself.
I can't take this anymore. We agreed to split the living expenses when we got married.
That was before we got married.
We were talking about what would happen after the marriage. And you said you were a full-time employee at the factory, but you're actually working part-time.
So what? I'm still working at the factory. It's the same thing.
It would be fine if you were actually contributing to the household. I thought I'd cut you some slack after we got married, but now you're just doing whatever you want.
I'm not doing whatever I want.
You eat my food without asking. You use my stuff and ruin it. You don't keep any of the promises we made before we got married. If that's not doing whatever you want, then what is?
That's...
What?
We are married now. We are family. Families are supposed to share everything, right?
I'm not getting anything from you, though.
That's not true. I've given you plenty.
Oh, really? I haven't even gotten a single piece of candy from you.
I've given you love. I've been showering you with my endless love.
Love?
What? Are you making fun of me?
No, I just thought it would be nice if love could pay the bills. Anyway, if you don't want to lose your allowance, I'm going to start taking more for living expenses.
If you do that, I won't have any allowance left.
Then stop complaining.
Ah,
Takeshi quieted down, but after that, he did something outrageous. I'm home. I'm so tired. Wait, where's my red bag? Did Takeshi take it again? Hey, Takeshi, do you know where my red bag is? You didn't take it without asking, did you?
oh, that? I sold it. Looked like it could sell for a good price.
Wait, you sold it?
Yeah, at a thrift shop.
Why would you sell my stuff without asking me?
Because you barely give me any allowance, so I had to sell some junk to make some money.
Calling it junk is just cruel.
Well, it wasn't worth as much as I thought it would be. I figured since you had it all nicely displayed, it must have been from some luxury brand or something. Well, it still sold for a few thousand yen. If I run out of money again, I'll just sell you stuff one by one. Oh, and don't you dare try to sell it before I do.
That bag was a part of my collection. I saved up for it little by little when I was still single.
Oh, is that right? Well, you can just start saving again and buy another. Though I might just sell them again.
Don't you think it's completely unacceptable to sell someone else's treasured belongings without asking?
What if you are not using it and just keeping it on display? What's the point?
I was displaying it and enjoying it.
Bags are meant to be used, not just looked at. It's ridiculous to just keep them as decoration. I did you a favor by decluttering for you.
You know, you really said whatever you wanted without a care. You are seriously the worst.
The worst?
Yeah, you clearly don't understand basic decency. Haven't you ever learned about manners or morals? It's a wonder you can even hold down a part-time job. Honestly.
You've had your say. Fine, keep complaining, and I'll divorce you.
I've been thinking about divorce, so let's do it.
Wait, you're okay with divorce? You know that means ending our marriage, right?
Why are you so shocked? You're the one who brought up divorce.
I did, but...
And I'm agreeing to it. So, what's the problem?
No way. You're supposed to be crying and begging me for forgiveness.
What kind of fantasy world are you living in? You've been watching too many soap operas.
No, I'm not. Yamada and Tanaka from work said their wives cried and apologized when they brought up divorce. While those guys still went through with the divorce and ditched their wives anyway.
Ugh. They're definitely lying. Their wives must have left them.
Don't worry. I'm not as heartless as they were. If you get down on your knees and beg, I forgive you.
Why should I apologize? And on my knees, no less. You really are way too into those dramas.
Why? Because you turned a small issue into this big divorce mess. That's why.
Oh, and what exactly do you consider a small issue? Please, explain in detail.
Selling your bag without asking?
Just that?
Eating your pudding from the fridge?
And the gift for my client. What else?
Not contributing financially to the household?
All of those things sound pretty major to me, but I guess to you they're just minor issues.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Oh? Then what did you mean?
Anyway, divorce over something like this is just absurd. I'm not agreeing to it. No way.
That's fine. I'm definitely divorcing you, though.
Why?
Selling someone's property without their permission is straight up theft. I can't stay with a criminal.
Criminal? Are you seriously going to call the cops on me?
No,
Phew.
but there will be consequences.
Consequences?
Hello? Yeah, can you come over now? Great, thanks.
Who did you call?
That's for you to find out when they get here. Come on in. Please, make yourself at home.
Thanks for having me. Who the heck is this guy?
Oh, you forgot him already? You met him at our wedding 6 months ago.
I remember. I just couldn't recall his name.
This is my brother, Kenichi.
Why is your brother here? Hey, Takeshi. Long time no see. Oh, hi, brother-in-law. Long time no see. Yuko has been telling me you have been doing whatever you want around here. No, it's not like that. Yuko's just making stuff up. I'm sorry. So, what brings you here today? I'm here to buy some model kits. What? Buying model kits?
Yep. My brother owns a store that buys and sells model kits and toys.
Oh, is that so? How interesting. Yeah, we talked about it when our families met, but I guess you forgot. Kinda sad, really.
Takeshi, you didn't seem too interested in getting to know my family, I recall.
Shall we get started then?
Please do. The room is this way. Everything model kit in this room is up for sale.
Wait a second.
What?
What? That's my room, and those are my model kits.
Yep, I know.
Then why are you trying to sell them?
I figured they'd fetch a good price.
What? You can't just sell someone's stuff without asking.
That's rich coming from you. It's family property, so it's fine to sell it, right? Kenichi, go ahead and just ignore him.
Got it. Hey, stop it. Those are my precious collectibles.
Oh, really? But if they're just sitting there, not being used, they're pointless. So I'm helping you declutter.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Takeshi shouted desperately, but he couldn't overpower my much bigger brother. He could only watch helplessly as his collection was getting packed away. My brother worked quickly and efficiently, and within 15 minutes, all the model kits were loaded up.
All right, we are all done here. We'll contact you with final appraisal and payment details soon. Thank you for choosing our service.
Thank you! Glad to see you tidied up.
Oh,
Here's the divorce papers. Please submit them as soon as you've signed.
ah.
Now that the divorce is settled, I'll stay at a hotel until I find a new place.
Oh,
I'll come back for my things later, so don't touch them.
I want compensation. You can't just walk away like this. I want 10 million yen for the emotional distress you have caused.
Oh, really? Then I'll be billing you for all the rent, utilities, and living expenses I've been covering. Plus, the cost of the bag you sold. It was a limited edition from a super famous brand, so that's going to cost you quite a bit.
What? But I only got like 1,000 yen for it.
The original price was 1 million yen. Seems like the buyer ripped you off.
No way.
Well, I guess we'll let the court decide who owes what. I'm pretty sure I've got nothing to worry about.
Fine. I'm sorry. Please let's not get divorced. We've only been married for 6 months. My parents will be heartbroken if we split up so soon.
Nope, not happening. Your parents, they'll be more heartbroken knowing their daughter had to suffer living with a loser like you every day.
That's not fair.
Well, That's that then. And so, I put an end to our short-lived marriage. Afterward, Takeshi couldn't accept it and filed a lawsuit demanding 10 million yen in compensation. Of course, he didn't stand a chance. Instead, I countersued for all the living expenses and damages he caused. Takeshi, with almost no savings, went crying to his parents, but when they heard the reason for the divorce, they were so disgusted that they abandoned him. In the end, Takeshi was left with a huge debt and is now barely getting by in a shabby apartment, still working part-time at the factory. Since he'd always lived with his parents until marriage and lounged around at home while we were together, it's no surprise he's struggling with both finances and housework. As for me, I'm now living my best life in a nice, spacious apartment. No one's eating my food, and none of my belongings are being sold without my consent. Life is stress-free and wonderful. Oh, and that 1 million yen bag that Takeshi sold? It was actually a fake. I'd moved the real one to a storage unit because I figured something like this might happen. I'm so glad my precious collection was safe. I'm done with marriage for good, but at least I have my collection to keep me company from now on.